What's up, guys, and welcome to another The Beast Plays. Today we're going to be checking out Ori and the Blind Forest. I've got really nothing but extremely positive things to say about this game. But first and foremost, this game, shamefully, is only available on Xbox One as well as Steam. So, PlayStation players, you will miss out unless you got the means to get Steam. If you do, I highly suggest you get the game. It's incredible. I don't know if you can hear the music in this. It's a little bit low right now, but you might have heard it in the intro. But the soundtrack is just one of the many, and I hate using this word. I think it's very much overused, but charming things about this game. The visual style just has me totally captivated, and my god, is it challenging. This is one of the hardest platformer games I've played in a long time. So let's take a look at the map here real quick. You can zoom in and out. Now, if you zoom out, you get a look at the whole overworld. Apparently, I think this game is only about 8 hours long or so. It was $20, so that's pretty decent. And man, if you don't really have your skills together, it will take you a lot longer. So these are the 4 areas or 5 areas. I think there's 4 areas. Yeah, looks like there's just 4 areas. I don't know if more opens up as you go along, but that's all I have so far. And I'm right here in the Moon Grotto, and I'm only halfway done in this area. So if we go back in the map, we're trying to make our way over here. So there is a story to this game. As far as I know, you're an adopted creature of the forest, and you come from these I don't know. It's like these light sources born from the trees. There's like a great tree that contains all of this light, and you are a child of that light, and you're out in the forest, and you get adopted, and your adopter passes away. Spoiler alert, sorry, but it does happen in the very beginning of the game, so trust me, I wouldn't have said anything if it was like a huge thing, but it happens in the first 10 minutes. So now you're off on this venture looking to find your way in the world, guided by this great tree, and you're gathering these little orbs of lights, which are helping you gain abilities as well as different skill sets throughout the game. As you can see, I'm climbing up walls here. I'm able to attack enemies with this little light ghost. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Sane. But yeah, you didn't start off the game with that, so that was something I had to earn. Yeah, but my god, this game is so good. I really can't recommend it enough. It's really hard. If you're looking for an easy platformer, this is not the one. It's super difficult, and it only gets harder and harder as you go along. It's almost punishingly difficult at times. Some of my friends and I agree it's probably what's holding the game back from being a 10, is that it's a little overly difficult at times, unnecessarily so. But geez, it's really good. The platforming's challenging. The enemies are varied. I can't tell you, like, I go along in this game, and I meet a new enemy type like with every couple of steps. Now this giant spider that we just saw climbing over there took one of our orbs. He's like this crazy big orb of light, and that's where I've been trying to make my way to get him, but this part's really hard. There's just danger around every corner, and you really feel the impact of that danger because your character is so innocent, and you just really fall in love with Ori from the get-go. It's just such a beautiful game, and the gameplay is so solid. This is one of my favorite initial purchases from the get-go. But now, as you just saw here, I'm put all the way back to where I was right here. And the reason I'm put back here is because I opened up this portal by holding B. If you see at the top of the screen, it says tap B to access the ability tree. You can also hold down B to open these light portals, and that's how you save your game. Now, let me see if I can pull up the stats. If you look on the side of the game here, this is how many times I've died, I think. 67. I'm only less than 3 hours in. So you will die a lot. Don't think you won't. That's kind of why I think there's no life like system that you know, there's no like you're not gaining extra lives and things like that, because I think they were just like, why? Because people are gonna die over and over again in this game. So yeah, that's the one thing, is like sometimes it's cruelly difficult in that sense, and because of there's no autosave, you really have to be vigilant on remembering when to open up your save portals and where you open up your save portals. And there's a lot of strategy involved, and it's really, I kick myself a lot because I always forget to open up these damn portals. But I'll open one up soon so you can see what I'm talking about, and that's also how we access our ability tree. So hopefully, maybe I'll be able to gain an ability point, but if not, I'll still show you guys the tree in which you have to use, that was a close one, in which you have to use to upgrade your skills. So let me just get a little bit ahead here, because you can't open those portals at will. If you look on the bottom, the middle orangish yellow circle, that is the ability meter, and when you fill that up with those little orange orbs of light is when you can get a new ability. Now the life is the green orbs to the right of that, and then the blue spirit energy, or spirit orbs, whatever you want to call it, is what you have to use to open doors and use to purchase, not purchase skills, I'm sorry, to open portals. So now that we're up here, I'll probably open a portal so I don't have to do that all over again. Well, too late because I just did it. So as you can see, like I said, it's really difficult. But we're gonna get through this by the end of this Let's Play. I promise you that much. But difficulty aside, man, I don't even. Each moment that I go through this game is just more dear to me than the last. I don't even know how else to put this to you. It's just one of the best games of this generation, and I said that to a friend of mine. He really thought I was like kind of like messing around with him because it's just like, you know, it's a $20 platforming Xbox title, but I mean it. This game has what it takes to be revered as one of the better games of this generation. I want that. Can I get that even? I don't know. I don't think I can. Ooh, I want it so bad. There's got to be a way. Yeah, your boy gets that orb. So, anyway, it really is probably one of the better games of this generation, if not my favorite game so far, honestly, of this generation, other than, of course, Resogun, because you know how I like that Resogun. But I don't know what you would consider this. I don't know if this is... Jesus, this is going to happen to me again, isn't it? I don't know if you would consider this... Yeah, it sure did happen to me again. I don't know if you would consider this AAA or indie or what. I don't know. It's not available as a physical release. It's only available digitally, as I said before, on Xbox One and on Steam. So yeah, it's I guess you could call it indie. I'm not sure, because the quality level and the level of polish really is that on the same plateau as a AAA title, which, I mean, I think we're starting to see that more and more from games like this, where it's getting kind of hard to distinguish that line between what should be considered indie and what should just be considered, I mean, they're all just kind of just becoming games, which is great. I love that. It's really blurring that line between how people feel about small titles and large titles, and they're all just kind of titles now. Some are cheaper, some are long, some are more expensive, some are short. But they're all fantastic games, and this is one that just, you don't even care, because it's just so damn good. I don't put a number on these things, as you guys know. I'm not a reviewer, and I haven't finished the game. And I also don't believe that games can be boiled down to just a number. So we'll talk about it a little bit more when I do complete the game, which I expect will be this week probably, when I do an episode of The Beast Complete. So we'll go more into what I have to say about it, but right now it's just all about showing you guys that gameplay. Now, as you just seen, what I did there is open up that save portal, so that instantly saves it. When you open the portal, you don't have to tap it again. Opening the portal is saving your game, but if you want to check out the skill tree, you do have to tap that, and then you can see right here there's all different kinds of abilities. So these are all kind of physical abilities. Your quick flame that your little buddy Sane uses is that little orb I've been shooting out at the enemies, and you can keep going and upgrade that, upgrade the charge shot, stuff like that. Then this middle lane right here is all different stuff for collectibles in your map. And then this last one right here is all kinds of stuff for restoring life, restoring health, and using your save portal, so to speak, as the best as you can. So the abilities are pretty extensive for a short game like this, but now that we saved right there, it should be okay. Because these spikes really get the best of me sometimes. Watch, now I'll make it past this part now that I saved right there with no problem. Get us that orb right there. So what I'm going to do here is show you guys the charge shot. It's a little bit like the regular shot, it's just more explosive. We get rid of anything in our way right there. Sometimes the enemies split off into smaller enemies, and it's crazy the different types of enemies that you see in this game. One other thing that I haven't gotten to yet, but I know is in this game, are temples. There's temples a la The Legend of Zelda, which is pretty crazy. I haven't seen them yet, like I said, but that's pretty insane that they managed to fit a temple design into this game. It's just all kinds of things. It's a platformer. It's a puzzle platformer. It's a dungeon crawl game. I really don't know. It's just all over the place, and it's just, at the end of the day, fantastic. I don't really know what else to tell you. Play the game, you guys. You really need to play it. It's beautiful. I'm trying to convince everybody to play it, even those who don't play games on Steam. You know who you are. You need to check this out. It's so good, and I'll be so upset if this studio does not get the recognition they deserve and another chance to make more great titles like this, because people didn't play this. Because yeah, as I said, this is easily my favorite game on the Xbox One, and one of my favorite games of the gen so far. Yeah, this is easily my favorite game on Xbox One, though, overall. I think before, it might have been Titanfall. Probably would have been the Master Chief Collection, but that didn't really work. I don't want to go there, but we know all about that, don't we? But yeah, this is like really putting my skills to the test. It's been the test. It's been a long time since I've been challenged, truly challenged. This spider is giving me the runaround, dude. I cannot get him to give me a break. Every time I progress, this guy keeps messing with me. Yeah, it's been a long time since a platforming game has really truly challenged me, but this is doing it. It is really, really hard, and I'm not even at the hardest parts yet. So, Jesus Lord. Let's see where we go here. Over there. Nope. Spikes get me every time, you guys. But yeah, from what I've heard from friends of mine, this gets just more difficult. And then one thing that we've been gushing about is the fact that the abilities you unlock, you get so appreciative for them, and you didn't even realize you needed them until you have them. And that says a lot about the game's pacing, as well as the level design, because while there isn't really true levels, this is kind of just one big dungeon you're kind of working your way through. Yeah, it does say a lot about the level design, because you don't need the abilities until they give them to you. And you might see them, and you might have to go back. Well, I'm blowing it right here. And you might have to go back, as you do in various platforming games, Metroid, Castlevania. I'm not going to call this Metroidvania, because I don't know why. I don't have a good reason. I just hate that people call everything anymore Metroidvania. But it is very much in the style of Metroid. The difficulty is right on par with the likes of Castlevania, and you do have to go back, if you would like to collect all of the other things that you might have missed, open doors, gather new abilities. There is some backtracking involved with that. Now, that brings me to my other point of what's holding this game back just a little bit, is that there is no New Game Plus, apparently. I'm hoping that maybe they'll patch that, but as of right now, if you complete the game, from what I'm told by my buddy, if you go back into this, you're done. You can't reopen the map. It just says this game has already been completed. You either start over or you don't play. That's kind of disappointing, especially because this is a world that people really seem to be getting immersed in. And yeah, I don't really know what they were thinking. I don't like that practice at all. I think we're at a point now where things should be just put New Game Plus in the game. I don't know how much longer it takes. I'm not a game developer. I'm sure it takes work, but it's worth it, because don't you want people thinking about your game more than just the one playthrough? Don't you want them coming back in that world and craving more from you? And so then when you get a sequel, they're like, oh, finally. But I mean, you need something. You need something in there to hold them over. You need something in there for those who have beaten it to come on back and play the game for. So that is a shame, but we'll have to see. Maybe they'll patch it. I don't really know. Now this is tricky. I don't really know what to do right here. I guess I gotta go up here. Ooh, That was a close call. Make it! Oh my god, Ori, you smooth son of a gun! God bless you. I really do fall in love with Ori more and more as each of these pieces of the story rolls on. We're gonna do this. This is happening. I'm not ending this before I get to this spider up here. And then he'll probably dodge me again because every time I get anywhere near him, this guy sets a trap. And, just ruins my whole life. But here's the funny thing. He's not even the main villain as far as I know. There's this giant crow they show in the beginning of the game that is one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen. And we've only seen him once. I'm assuming he's going to be a big problem for us. But, yeah, the character design in this game is just awesome. Everything is unique. This whole world is very, very unique in its own. You don't feel like you're familiar with anything you see here. You've never seen it before. I promise you that. It's just so beautiful. The whole art style, the whole vibe that the game gets you, the world they've built here is fantastic. And I really encourage everyone to spend as much time as they can in this game. Now, you're not going to be able to go back and play it more, like I said, after you've gotten all the collectibles that you've gotten in your main story. So just spend as much time as you can in there. Oh, I think we finally got to the spider. Don't help him. Yeah, Ori's coming for you. But we did it. We did what we set out to do, and that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, you guys, we're going to cut it right there. I just wanted to make sure you guys saw a little bit of this, and you're seeing a little bit of the story right now, as you can see. I don't want to spoil any of the story for you, because more than I already have, but honestly, the spoiler I gave you in the beginning is really in the first minutes of the game you find this out. So, guys, make sure you go check out Ori and the Blind Forest on Xbox One or Steam. It's amazing. I am really enjoying my time with it. I'm going to be playing it for the rest of the day until I finish it this week, I'm assuming. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, The Beast Plays, and make sure you guys subscribe and come on back to check out all of my other Let's Plays, as well as all the other content that I work on throughout the months, the weeks, the days, the year. Oh, we found a little secret right there. Good thing I didn't move ahead. I am, of course, The Beast J, and thank you guys so very much for watching.